All right, welcome again. I am Mash the Stampede for Toostupidgamerz. We're here at PAX East 2024, and I am with...
Philip Wojtowicz, the creator of Olliefrog Toad Skater.
And Olliefrog Toad Skater. This is a game we actually played at MagFest. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so this is Olliefrog Toad Skater, the amphibious skateboarding game where it's easy to be steezy. So this is a very faithful recreation of the Tony Hawk Underground 2 / Tony Hawk 4 skateboarding mechanics with a couple of small twists. One, you're a frog. Two, you could go underwater. So that gives us some interesting affordances with the level and the types of tricks you can do.
When it comes to the being underwater aspect, does that change the physics? Are you slower?
So originally we were thinking of changing gravity, adding some drag, making the game a little floatier, but before I started implementing that, I had experience from playing other games like Zelda and Mario, where going underwater just kind of sucks, and it isn't until you play the other games like Spyro, where the underwater mechanics are actually kind of fun because you're allowed to move freely. So underwater, all that it really does is just like put an audio filter on and just tweak sort of the mood and vibe of the game overall.
What was the inspiration for Olliefrog Toad Skater?
So there have been a number of games which have tried to like recreate the Tony Hawk 4 Thug 2 set of mechanics and kind of fall flat in some respects because they don't have the math chops or they're using the wrong physics protocol and implementation. And so this game started off as like, okay, I think I could recreate those and I know where people are screwing up. Let's start with there. And the concept of doing a skateboarding frog game has been around since like April 2021. As like a game jam thing, but I didn't have time to tackle it until like maybe December.
And I gotta ask for my friend that I made while I was waiting for this interview, Stuart, why a frog?
I like frogs. They're round. They don't know how to fly. I know there are some games that put birds in their skateboarding games, and like I know the skateboard developer, Megan, I love her to death. But my beef with birds is that they already know how to fly. They don't need to be on a skateboard. You can't really call it like Bird or Birdman because that's what Tony Hawk is allegedly. So how about something that can't actually fly? And also I want to just like play with the underwater stuff a bit more.
My thought was honestly frogs can jump. It'd be cool to see them do a kickflip. Another thing, so this game has like a very, I guess approachably is very cute because it's like a squishy frog. When you fall, it makes this like toy squish sound effect. But the music is kind of intense. Is there like an intentional juxtaposition? What is the soundtrack going to be like for this game?
Yeah, absolutely. So the image, the creative North Star of the game that I started rolling around with all the coworkers and contractors recently is, are you familiar with the Very Hungry Caterpillar? Like the children's book?
Yes.
So what I did was I took a photo of like the cover of that, and I took a Supreme beanie and I just kind of stuck it on the guy, and I'm like, this is what your creative North Star is for this thing, go nuts with it. And that's how you kind of get the soundtrack in its current form. Yeah, there's some like more Splatoon-esque, chiptune-y, chill, relaxing, upbeat tunes, but we've also got like a musician from No More Heroes 3 on this thing. We've got like the progressive metal singer from Fallujah on this, who just moved to Nashville. He was in like San Jose forever, so kudos to him for doing his work. But yeah, there's a bug I'm seeing right now. I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, I just tell the artists two things. One, work within your style if you're comfortable with that. Two, if you want to experiment with other things. And the secret third thing is, no matter what you compose, make it work in isolation. So like, agnostic of whatever game it's associated, just like go nuts and build a face on your tunes.
And earlier you mentioned Thug 2 as an inspiration for this. Mechanics-wise, is that really the flavor of Tony Hawk that you're going for?
Yeah, so we got the off-board mechanics. I was originally going to stick to the 1+2 remake template because that does it pretty well, but there were a lot of requests for doing off-board mechanics. I had a lot of ideas I want to do there as well. So around like a couple months into last year or the year before, we started doing the off-board stuff, and people have been loving it a ton.
And hey, I've been loving the demo and what I've been seeing of this. Olliefrog Toad Skater. Is there an anticipated release date? Anything you can tell us about the development schedule, what you got going on?
Sure. So ideally, I would like to get this done by end of summer, which might be doable. I'll have to like do a little bit of magic to make that work, but I think it's deliverable by that time. Maybe we delay to like fall or early next year, but that's pretty unlikely. We got a good staff right now. We're running pretty well on pace. Got a few more pipelines to figure out, but a lot of the annoying hard problems have been solved, so.
Great. And for the viewers watching at home, where can they find your company, where they can find you? Where can they find more about this game?
Sure. So Olliefrog.com takes you to the Steam page. You can wishlist and try the free demo now. After PAX, it's going to be updated to the latest build with the most fixes. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter at Philipwitz. That's PHILLIPWITZ. And my TikTok is Mr. The Game Dev. That's MRTHEE Game Dev.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Philip. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the time taking to interview for this game and tell us a little bit about it. So, yeah, thank you again. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys check out Olliefrog Toad Skater. If it comes out in the summer, definitely go play it. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys for more awesome content for PAX East 2024.